Hey guys, welcome to the Thrive Life Vlogmas. My name is Ijoma from Madu, and in the Thrive Life Vlogmas, I share actionable tips that you can already use to move your life in the direction of your dreams so that you can live your highest life and be all that God has called you to be. And I try to do this all under 5 minutes for the entire series of this Vlogmas. And so we're going to dive right into the topic for today, which is how to create a book review template for yourself. Now, if you're like me, I love to read books. However, I love to read books that are relevant to the season of life that I'm in, or books that would help me solve the challenge or a particular challenge I'm facing. But you know, one thing about books is that it's very, very easy to quickly forget what you read, right? So with this book review template, that is guaranteed almost never to happen, because what it's going to help you do is that you're going to be able to articulate exactly what your takeaway is from the book, or what your takeaways are from the book, and how you can actually apply that to your life so that the book actually does its work. Because it's not reading books that transforms life, it's putting into action what you've read that actually transforms your life. All right, so let's get into it. Now, I'm going to quickly say that sometime very soon we're going to create a journal for this, and you can buy it and download it. But then already you can have a nice journal, that's one that you like, and you can use the journal for this. Or you can be like me and create it on your phone, on digital phone. If you have an iPhone, you can create it on your iNotes app. Just open a folder, call it book reviews, and then open a page for each of the book review. You can create the template, and then all you need to do is to copy and paste, so that fill it in for any new book. You can also use other notes app. Feel free to use other notes app. You could use maybe Evernote or any notes app that works for you. Just create a folder called book reviews, create the template, call it book review template, and all you need to do is that when you read a book, you copy and paste. So what's this template about? The first one is book title, and under the book title you just write simple, the title of the book. The second thing, you write book author, simple, author of the book. Book category, so is it book mindset, is it on leadership, is it on marriage, is it on parenting, what is it about, you write it. Then the fourth thing is how I read the book. So under how I read the book, there are options. There's Audible, there's hard copy, and then there's Audible plus review. And I'm going to go deep into how I read books in subsequent Vlogmas. I'm not going to mention briefly. Now, you can listen to the book as Audible, you can read the book as hard copy, and there's an extra one that I do, which is when I do an Audible, I listen to the book, but then I go back to the book and I do a quick review. So I just go through the pages, and well, of course, when I was listening to the Audible, there are probably some things that stood out to me. So I go back to the book and revisit the place and make marks and the rest. So that's what I call Audible plus review. You can also add a fourth one, which I know some people do, which is screen reader, when some people read books with the aid of a screen reader. So if that is what you read with and it works for you, and add that as option, Then the fifth one is what or who made me read the book. So you write what the situation that made you read the book, or who recommended the book for you. This is very helpful because it helps you reflect, especially if it was something that made you read the book, on the essence of the book. For example, you need to fix a challenge, say in your marriage, for example, something happened, you could write, okay, this happened, and because of that I realized that I needed to get some knowledge in this area. That's why I read the book. The next thing that you write is 1 to 2 top lessons on each chapter of the book, and this is where doing an Audible with review is very helpful. You're able to pick 1 to 2 key chapters, key lessons on each chapter of the book. So you write chapter 1, this is the key thing that I learned. Chapter 2, this is the key thing that I learned. Chapter 3, this is the key thing that I learned. Chapter 4, just that way, Then the next question is my top 3 lessons from the book. Now you go through those things and pick out the top 3 lessons that you learned. Now, remember, you're now diving in deep into something that's actually very practical for you. And then from the 3 lessons that you read, the next thing that you're going to write is how I'm going to apply these 3 lessons. So you write down 3 actionable ways that you would apply the 3 lessons, and also how you would check in. For example, let's use the marriage one now. Let's assume that you learned to do something for your spouse. You learned to do something for your spouse. You could say, okay, every month this is what I'll do for my spouse, and I'm going to put it on my planner, and every month I will check that I have done it. So now you have not only translated what you read into an action, you've created an accountability. So you can make a note that when you're reviewing your plan at the end of the month, part of what you want to review is the fact that I did this thing for my spouse. So you see that you have translated what you read into an action. The next thing is your top 3 quotes from the book. The quotes that made you happy. You're probably a lot of quotes, and feel free to pick the first 3 that you remember. It doesn't have to be all of it. You don't have to start saying, oh, I have 5, which are the best 3. No need for that. You can just pick already the first 3 that you like, and then how the book has changed or impacted you. You write how the the mindset shift he has given you. Maybe you were seeing things this way, but suddenly you're seeing things differently. You write it, and then who would you recommend this book for? I would recommend this book for somebody who is going through this, or somebody who is ready to start their business or something. So this is an amazing book review template. It not only helps you gain clarity on what you're studying for or what you're reading, but it also helps you draw the results that you want, and actually apply them to your life. So yeah, this is to create a book review template. I trust that this helped. See you in the next Vlogmas. Bye.